play.
Yeah.
Rewriting the rules. Welcome to the Game Changers Talk Show. It's RUKE and several other characters, sometimes called friends, are gonna take you on an epic adventure of business insights and office mischief. Play along as we win the game of business. Let's play.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today we are going to be discussing your beliefs and how do you sell with your beliefs. How your beliefs make you money. You don't have to be at church to be it. So it's going to be a fun time. We're going to be talking about sales on other things. We were in the studio audience and just, I don't know what to say, but let me see if I can just share this gloriousness with everybody as big as I can share it. I have not seen y'all look better in your lives. It is amazing how on point you are. Incredible backgrounds, just little pranksters today in the studio audience. Hey, looks pretty good though. Looks pretty good. We're all going to be game changer background today. If you want yours just for $5.99, there you go. Wait, hold on. All right, say what?
I said, does it cost more to have Lucky Penny on it?
Yeah. Actually, it brings it down in value.
Ooh. He's not even here to defend himself.
He's not. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want to show, we did a little video yesterday, and I want to do the video again because I think it's an important video. Because it talks about your beliefs. And this is something I was thinking about, just as I meditate on y'all and how awesome you are and what else I can do to help. I was sitting there going, okay, and also why throughout my sales career, what I've been successful at and what I did to be successful with those sales is I had a belief. And so I sat there and said, okay, I don't think y'all have identified this belief thing. And so I recorded this for you, yesterday morning? Yeah, it was yesterday morning. And I want to play it for you as soon as I grab it here. And so you world players at home get to see this because it's actually really, really good. It's pretty profound in my opinion. So let's do this. We'll check all the audio. Make sure this is working. You know how that is. You know how this audio works. Ladies and gentlemen, this is RUKE. Let's talk about beliefs and sales. Now, a big reason why people aren't selling at all to as much as they want, simply put, they don't believe in the product. And more important, they haven't identified what they believe in the product or service. We're quick to tell people our thoughts and our opinions and our beliefs. But have you ever sat down and looked at your products and services and asked yourself, what do you believe about it? So let's do a quick little exercise. Think about what you're trying to sell. Yeah? Got it in your mind? And think about it from a perspective of what's so good about it? What does it help others achieve? Why do you like it? Look at it from that perspective. What makes you excited? What do you dig? Right? What makes you smile when you talk about a certain aspect of it? See, within sales, we feel we have to follow this script of all the features and benefits. By the way, feature and benefits don't work. But features and benefits and yes, desired results too. But all these things. And some of us feel like, well, we got to hit them all. No. When you're doing sales, it is you connecting with someone on a personal level, trying to help them out. So your beliefs matter. Your opinion matters. You can't give someone counsel on how to use this product or service or why it's good for them unless you believe in it. And look, it's not about everything it can do for them. It's about what you, as the consultant, especially if you're selling by consultancy, what you see that's going to help them the best. And it's not a list of everything. It's just a couple of those, because that you can deliver very powerfully. And it starts with, what are you most excited about? What you love the most about it? What you believe is the best that can help, that can move people forward by using this product or service. So when you do this, think of those things. And I want you to be able to declare this. I believe blank. What is that blank? Give me at least 3 of them. And when it's 3 and you articulate this to a prospect, it's not going to overwhelm them, right? Because it's just 3 thoughts. But it's coming from your heart and your soul, and you're no longer selling. You're just talking about your beliefs. And when you're passionate about your beliefs and you know what those are, you can expand upon them in so many different areas. Yes, when you're sitting there with a one-to-one. Yes, when you're network pitching. Yes, within your content. It starts with that. And if you can't do that, you got to sit with yourself so that you can get there. Because that is how you sell. It's a personal relationship. It's how you sell. Because you're not being gross. It's how you sell. Because you're just sharing something you believe in. What are your beliefs? Now that you kind of have an understanding of what you believe in for the product and service that you're selling, now, what about the industry? Let's really take this to an incredible level. What do you believe that this industry or your, what I like to say, theme of the subject matter of you teaching and helping and selling, the theme, not necessarily the thing, the theme. What do you believe about that? How does that help people? What can that do to people and help them get to, where and how big? What are your beliefs about the theme, the subject matters? I want to know that, because now you can do some wide, big level, like, hey, I believe if you do this, you can be such an encourager. You can start doing social media posts around just those things, and you can stand by what you do. It's powerful. What's your beliefs around the theme of what you do? Yeah? You like my double commentary there? So that's what I want to talk about today. Is that you can make money with your beliefs. And the short of this is this. And this is what we're going to play with today, because I want to hear you. Yesterday we worked a lot on our beliefs. We actually got some stuff done, right? On yesterday. Y'all still look great. Y'all look like this is the most fantastic audience in the world. So you guys are killing me. It's weird to see it, right? Because I'm used to your backgrounds, and I don't even have to look at you and I know who y'all are. Well, now y'all just got me all confused. Just don't put on green shirts. All right, so
will the real Lucky please stand up?
Yeah, exactly. But yesterday what we did is we really worked on your beliefs, and we dialed in your beliefs, which is amazing. And so what I want to focus on today is how do you sell with it. And so I do want to role play a little bit today. I know that we already had in the lobby, we had some great questions around sales. So we're going to get to some of your sales questions of some of the deals you're working on to get that stuff closed. But I want y'all to think about your beliefs. I want you to state your beliefs, and then how can you use that in a sales perspective without being gross, slimy, slick, and all that weird stuff. So people can understand you can make money with your beliefs. And here, again, I said short answer, and then I expanded. My apologies. The short answer is this. When you state your belief, it's hard for people to argue it, right? And when you state that, they're curious, like, okay, do I believe the same thing? I want to hear your belief, so maybe I agree with you or not. And when it's a good, general belief, not like the religion or politics or anything like that can be polarizing. I'm talking about of what you do and why you do is important, and the power of what you do, and how it helps people. When you state your beliefs around that, this is your mission. That allows others to self-subscribe to your world, and you have a bond there. And if you're selling by consultancy, which we do, right? We all do that here at the club. When you do that, you're now selling by consultancy, being truthful, and you're being like real with them. That's why that works. So what I would love to see, if you can put in chat your beliefs, and I want to hear, how would you sell with it? Open mic, hit it, audience. Any lucky penny can answer.
Come on, Paul. You know you want to do it.
Come on, Paul. Where's Paul? Did he get stuck in the picture of Penny?
It sucked him in like a vortex.
All right. Let me do this. So who wants to speak up here?
Rook, I just have to say something that you don't know, but this is so perfect. The very first session when we started New Joy Talk Circle, guess what the subject is that night?
Beliefs.
Their beliefs.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because you can grow your authentic message once you know what you believe.
Yeah. Yeah. And I believe like there's a mission statement that kind of matters, right? But I think when you talk about your beliefs, and you definitely use it within your social media, this is what we kind of talked about yesterday's episode about, you can put it, say, I believe this, like I believe success is a human right. It shows people like, this is where I stand. And by the way, understanding that makes you very accessible yourself, and it makes people feel comfortable with you because they know your perspective. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so Lucky, what's your belief?
Yes, sir. My belief is I can truly share, get the content creator's message out globally in almost any language to truly help elevate their business. I truly believe that.
Cool. Sorry, I had an error come up. I'm telling you, Ecamm's being super weird today. This broadcast brought to you by Ecamm. So, all right, so you truly believe that. Now, how would you, let's say that you're talking to me, how would you frame that in a way that you can get my buy-in?
I would, well, you know.
No, sell me.
Yes. Okay.
Sell me.
So all right, it's kind of hard for me to start from cold because I have this whole approach I take to, you know, endear the person with how I love what they're doing.
No, just sell RUKE.
And share that with them. Right. Okay. So basically, you know, I would say, hey, RUKE, you know, I really love what you're doing, and I would love to get your message out to the globe. I mean, this is something people could really use all around the planet. And like, you're the only guy who could really tell this story.
How would you open it up with your belief?
Well, I'd say, hey, I honestly believe that we could get your message out globally in almost any language and empower the world to elevate their businesses with what you're doing in your business right now. The things that you offer to people.
But see, I don't like that. I'm going to pause you. Yeah. No, well, first of all, I like your look. You carry yourself with your owning your beliefs, right? So the confidence is there. I do want to pick on something though. Okay, so I know this is an exercise because you might need to do this, and when you do your beliefs, you're breaking through whatever mindset that they have, perception, anything like that, right? You're going, I want to get personal with you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, but when you say, I believe we can, that is a sales pitch. Okay. That's not a belief. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I'm just sharing that with you, right? It's more of, Lucky, you know, I've looked at your, so this is how I would enter the belief situation. And I'm going to use belief, but I'm also going to expand upon it. Kind of like how you played into it, which was brilliant. So Lucky, you know, I've looked at your stuff, and it's like, it's really, really great stuff. And I believe
I love it. Yeah, that's a much better way to communicate it. And
Yeah.
and that's truly what's in my heart. So
I know that.
I appreciate that, because that makes it a lot easier to communicate it in a non-salesy format.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you do that, so thank you for playing, buddy. So when you do that, plug Great Discovery. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Great Discovery. Hey, listen, we love to get content creators and keynote speakers' message out to the globe. Your message needs to be shared all around the world. People need to hear from you. Let us help you get your message all around the globe. All right, that's my shameless pitch.
That was a shameless. What I was saying is, give me a URL in chat and I'll put it up. That's what I'm saying. Plug it.
I double dip. I'll put the URL in there.
It's a Great Discovery. It's an incredible platform that we are both on the corporate side of, which is a great honor to be. All right, so check this. But did y'all see when you start having this language, how personal it feels, right? How real one-to-one when it's done right, when it's truthful. Because we want to work with someone who believes in us. And by the way, the belief is the bridge for them to come into, okay, I'm on the same page with you, right? We're doing something deeper than just a transaction. And then when you apply that to your purpose, and this is something I said yesterday, I want to say it again today. You know, you're quick to tell, kind of, sort of, you know, I know we're not like this, but I'm saying people are quick. Let's say people, not you all. People are quick to talk about the religion, politics, and those kind of things, right? But rarely do they talk about their beliefs in themselves and their business, and that's where you spend the majority of your time. We need to do that more. You've dedicated your life to this. Tell me why. That passion. That is what sells without selling. All right, so I'm getting some great chat here. Let's get this young lady up here. And I want her to sell me. Please sell me. I am ready to buy.
Hey, Rook.
Oh, by the way, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. This is for Lucky. The Great Discovery. He didn't put any caps in it. That's a real link. No one can retype it. Gosh darn it. We'll work with him later. I love you, Lucky. All right. But I'm going to go with Chris. All right, Chris. Sell me. By the way, you see chat, or players at home, you see what hers is. Sell me.
I even put it in one thing today for you.
I appreciate that.
I believe that every single person has a story, and that story is essential to, and it needs to be heard. The reason is because our stories are really fundamental. They're such a fundamental part of our humanity, and it's how we connect. It's how we share who we are. And that's why I love what I do.
So awesome. So we were kind of playing this yesterday, but I'm going to play with it here again too. Like that pitch at a networking group, it's just phenomenal, right? And I'm looking at everybody. You would subscribe to that, right? You would go, she cares. If you want to do a book, you go, she's the one that actually cares, right? That is huge. That is huge. So now, sell me though with your belief. You just gave me a statement, but
Okay.
Sell me with your belief.
So, Rook, have you ever thought about what your story is?
Yes.
What if you were to tell that story? Do you think it would make a difference in people's lives?
So that's sales. That last question was sales. All right, so let me go back to you. Ready?
Mhm.
Let me play. All right. So, Chris, I just
Yes.
want to put this out there. I believe everybody has a story and it needs to be heard. Right? That's that's why I started my company. That's what I do every day. That's like my big thing, because I think it's one of the biggest part of humanity. Right? It really is essential. Now, if I were to help you get your story out there, because I want to hear it, because I care. What's your story? I want to hear it right now. What's your story? What do you think that is?
That's good. Do you?
Now we're engaged, and you're telling me your story, and I get to hear your story, and you're honored, and then I guess so that makes a perfect book.
Right, it does.
Or tweak it like this, and it'll be a perfect book. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
But I said it, and I didn't say yourself polished. I was trying to go from memory, but nor should it have to be polished. But I said it that way because it felt super real.
It is, and it truly is what I believe and what I hold, why I do what I do. So it's not at all like a sales tactic when I say it.
It's awesome. All right. Let's get another friend up here. Let's get this. I love the background. It's just so dynamically. It's just beautiful. All right, Liz. Let me get yours up here. Here we go. So tell me your belief. Oh, are you muted? Yeah, unmute yourself. There we go.
Yeah, it's Lucky Penny to you. I'm not Liz. No. All right. I believe that when
hold on. Just because I didn't explain it. Lucky is cute today. This week he's just been ornery everywhere, and he's made everybody change their background to his. That's all right. Go ahead.
All right. I believe that when we rethink our money habits and get intentional, you'll impact your marriage, how you feel about yourself, how you show up at work, and so many relationships.
Awesome. Now sell me.
So, RUKE, have you ever given thought to your money habits and how it's impacting you? What would you like to change?
Oh, I was going to answer. Well, you got to let me answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. My wife tells me it's hard to buy things for Christmas for me because I buy everything I want.
Ah, so that's something you'd like to change.
No.
Oh, what would you like to change?
Absolutely not. I gotta have a better opening than that. I'm so sorry because, like, hey, it's a great question, right? But did we say that's wrong? Who says it's bad? I have an incredible toy room that I have adventures in, and I'm thinking for you here.
So, RUKE, though, when you're purchasing,
by the way, I'm gonna play with you at this point because you asked me. I just respond. So
yeah. So, what is the true cost of you buying whatever you want? Because that's kind of what I heard, right? Delayed gratification, or you just have the ability right now to get what you want. What is the true cost of that?
Well, I'm trying to not be real, but I'll be real with you on this, okay? So first of all, I let my kids, my children would grab, actually really Nova, she would grab things off the shelves when my wife would go to the grocery store, and I watched this. I'm like, we're just buying her anything she puts in the basket. I said, this is bad. She goes, I know. And I said, okay, let's have a conversation. So she was real little, but we're like, when she started, next time she did it, I said, hey, let's have a conversation. We always get all these little things, and I don't know if we need these or not, but here's the deal. If it's important to you, then we'll get it. If it's not, let's not. She goes, okay. And so the next time we went shopping, she said, can I have this? And I said, is it important to you? Well, first they know they have to ask. That was like, you got to ask. Be polite here. And I said, and they go, no, it's not important to me. So I don't need it. Good. Right? And that was a big deal. But I will tell you, I do have some toys, little toys, that I hold off as a sales guy as my reward. So I have my own personal goals, and I'm like, if I get it, I get a little toy. So I hear you, but that's how I run my.
Well, so I'm curious, how do you, or the person you were asking about, is it important to you? How do you define what's important?
That's a good question. All right. But we now just went to a podcast interview.
Sorry.
I love it. I love it. I for me, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. They knew inherently we didn't have to go that level with them. They're just like, I really don't need it. Yeah. All right.
I didn't know if you wanted to keep going, so
No,
I ended.
but what it is I need you to do someone else. That's the problem. I shouldn't have role played as myself. That was the challenge on that one. Do you want me be someone else, or do you? I can be Lucky Penny. You want me to be Lucky Penny?
Oh no.
Liz?
I don't know. I think it's good. I mean, I felt good about it.
Okay, well then we're good. You're good right now. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
All right,
I know so.
So well let me say this. You know, the challenge is that you came very direct very quickly. Okay.
I did.
And that's okay though, because you know me. And we're jumping in that way. If you had content, and this is important for everybody, if you had content on LinkedIn that talked about changing the way you think about money and your money habits and all that, I came to your workshop and all that, you could come a little bit like that attitude, right? But we also want to understand, and by the way, this is good because I'm looking at you, did she start out with her belief as a sales thing with me? Or did she go right into the questions?
She asked you questions that were leading you to her belief.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I don't think there was a bond bridge right there of your belief. Right? And that would come out of your intellectual property, by the way. Meaning your tip sheets and your content posts and the statements. That's huge. But we need something a little bit softer because you're talking about something very dangerous. Money.
Not dangerous, but uncomfortable for many people.
Well, okay, I will take that. I will 100% agree with that. All right, cool.
It is interesting. I did a networking with a mortgage guy, and it was just kind of talking about our business. And before I know it, 45 minutes, he's telling me about him and his wife in the past and how they've handled their money. And I was a little bit like, okay, so are you looking for my guidance or are you just sharing? So sometimes people open up more than what you anticipate that they'd open up.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get nothing.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a tricky part with me and reaching out and networking because I'm talking about something very personal.
Yeah, and I think if it aligns it with the goals, the goal part of it, because what you asked was what was my struggle. But if you lead with the positive to what's your goals and how are you on track for that? How's that looking? Are you uncomfortable with that? Can we have a conversation about it? I think that allows you to step into the conversation.
Well, and I didn't say struggle. I said, what about money habits and how it's impacting you? It can be a positive impact or a negative.
For some reason,
impact.
I heard it was more of I heard it. Okay. I'll take you.
Yeah,
I said, I heard it differently. Have you
thought about your money habits and how it's impacting you?
Yeah.
And then I did say, what would you like to change?
Yeah.
That's not necessarily negative.
Yeah. Why did I take it as negative? I took it as negative. I really did. Huh.
I don't know, because then we went on, well, maybe because you went, your wife says you buy everything you want. Sometimes that's my husband, too. Like,
well, it wasn't a complaint. It's just hard for her to shop for gifts when, I get what I want.
Right, and that's where it led us down the path.
All right. Got it. That's awesome. And I do tell people I get my kids anything they want, but they don't ever ask for anything stupid. All right, so let's go to, I think, Deronda. Hey. Jump up here. Wait, I got to put Rhonda up here. Sorry, hold on. Dun, 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 dun. So many beautiful buttons. Come on, hang out with me, Deronda. Hey, welcome back. So glad that you're here, by the way. So,
I missed y'all.
Yeah, I missed you too. All right, tell me your belief.
All right. I actually wrote a second one too because I put mine in stages, but we will
I can
go
show
with
the
this
second
one
one.
first.
This one, okay.
We'll go with this one first because my belief is, and I actually know this, it is not only possible but essential for women to be able to speak up and communicate without fear.
That is beautiful. How can you use
You
that
want
as
the second
sales?
one?
How can you use this? Oh, okay. Let's do the second one. Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay. Here. So, again, I believe and I know that everyone has the potential for more joy, and we can each use daily exercises that actually grow our joy neurons. But the result of joy building means that we each connect directly with those we care about with an actual spark in our eyes.
Okay. So this seems very crafted, right? So that means it's very marketing. It's hard to believe it. I love joy
No, it's
neurons.
exactly what I see.
Well, no, it's
So
just long. It's just
not
long. That's the whole
hard.
point. But no, I'm just saying. You want it to be something short and sweet, so I can go. Oh, I get it. Here, it
Okay.
was a lot. By the way, I do love the
Okay.
joy neurons. That's a cool word. I like that. That's like not. That's not
Grow.
scary.
They're right
Yeah,
up here.
that is awesome. So sell me.
Rook.
All right, who am I, by the way? Let's not play Rook because I got too real
All
with
right.
Liz on that one. It's in that Liz. All right, go ahead. Who am I?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
You can
Lucky
be a
Penny.
person that I just met and is interested in having more joy in their life.
No. I can't be interested. You can't cheat that bad.
Okay. Okay.
You can cheat a
You
little.
can be.
I'm Lucky
I'll
Penny.
let you be. You okay?
I'm gonna be Lucky
Oh,
Penny.
Lucky already has joy. I want you to
That's
be
true.
the lady that's checking me in at the medical clinic last Friday morning. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Hi, Duranda. Did you fast and all that?
yes, I'm all ready to go.
Okay.
And so I noticed that when your worker came over, that it seemed to stress you out a bit. Is there anything I
Ooh.
can help with?
Yeah.
You.
I don't. You gotta give me a better scenario. So, did you just walk up the
Okay,
desk and
sorry.
ask me that? Because I don't think you're gonna get a good
Sorry.
response. Go ahead.
Okay. Situation is I sit down, we do paperwork. There's an interaction between the two workers, and she comes back very stressed. So you're very stressed.
Got it.
And in the middle of our conversation, she stops dead and says, "You say, so what do you do?" Okay.
All right. All right.
And
So paperwork,
so
paperwork. So what do you do?
I have the most fun because I actually help women to speak up and communicate without fear. And while they're doing that, we build their joy neurons so that every day for the rest of their life, they can have more joy.
That is
And,
neat.
and you almost start crying and say you don't have to cry.
She's so leading me down a path. Do y'all hear this script? Do y'all see how she's just scripting this out, my reactions? And what is my
You
credit
told
card
me
number that I'm
everything in
using?
your and you say, I need that so badly. Because
She's
when I
scripting my yeses. This is not. This is all right. So yeah, we can't. We you guys are so sweet. It's so hard to give you pushback. It really, really is. All right, that's not real.
it is real. Everything
All
I
right.
just said happened last Friday.
No, get back up here. What?
No, I am serious. That's why I was telling you what it was. Yes, she nearly cried and she said, I absolutely need this because I cannot communicate with my peers. I was um, uh, promoted and now they feel like I'm just bossing them. I really need what you're talking about so that I can communicate better and be a great boss. So I got her number and I'm texting her when the next Joy Circle starts. It really happened, Rick, just like that.
That's ridiculous. I did right. Oh,
But
did we?
those are my beliefs.
Hold on.
Those are my beliefs.
I believe I can sell anybody, even in a private doctor setting. That is amazing. All right. I see. I thought she was just leading me down a path. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank
All
you.
right. So let me. I know that y'all have some questions on sales. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna get Juanita. You want to come play up here?
I sure can. All right. So you are a product leader, a product management leader, you have a team of developers and tech folks that are frustrating you because you're telling them what features you want in your product and you're not getting the right things back. You're never quite sure what they're working on, just frustrated.
I need to talk to Deronda. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Sounds like Deronda's nurse.
All right. So, hey, Tony, how you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
Oh, great, great. How's the team going?
You know.
That doesn't sound too positive.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, I started my career as a software developer, just like the folks that are on your team. And one of the frustrations that I had was that I was trying to give my product owners what is it they were looking for, but I was frustrated. And it just seems like we couldn't get on the same page. But what I've come to understand now, I truly believe that if you and I got together, we could create an environment that would allow your teams to actually love what they do and experience real work-life balance, which I had none back in the day, and at the same time create massive product success for your organization.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put you back down. All right, so because I just recognized something, and it made me even think about the conversation with Liz. Okay, so one of the things is you started out with your personal story. All right, and I thought that was great. You went a long time. You didn't give me any room to engage, validate, or whatnot. Then you did what Lucky did. You said, I believe if we do this together, right? So that is sales, right? So I'm going to kind of switch back to Liz on this. Liz, when I met you, you told me your personal story. That was what was missing in our conversation. Because you can say, I believe if we rethink the way our money habits are, we can accomplish amazing things. I mean, I was this, and I'm now this. That's why I do this for a living, because I believe this is one of the most powerful things. It helps marriages, it helps communication. That's what I think was missing in my mind. Just to let you know that. And Juanita, I think yours as well needs to have that. So it's not that you have to go to your personal story. I was just triggered by, in a positive way, of your personal story there. I think you can say, oh, I get it. By the way, I started as a programmer, and now I help people create systems and spaces where they can thrive. Because I believe if we get everybody together, everybody's on the same page, we actually can be more productive. See, now that's a belief of what you do, not what we can do. See, when we say, I believe what we can do, what we're doing is bringing them along. But when you speak for yourself, it's just like when you're working someone, you don't go you.
True.
Right? You go I. I was doing this and I felt this way. But you felt this way. So that the way it was coming across was yous.
So if I just took the together out, I believe that you really can create an environment where the teams can succeed.
No.
No.
I believe that teams can actually get together when we create an environment. That's what you believe. Your belief has to be associated with what the kind of what the outcome is there. Because listen, what we're talking about is we're selling with our belief. Right? I believe if we create the right environment, not that we can't create, if we create the right environment, we can get the teams all on one page and be super productive. Or if we create the right environment, I believe teams thrive and can be on the same page and more productive, and that's why I started this company. But I like the way I said the minute before that. Cool?
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, because this is just so short and sweet. I just got to bring Ellen up for this one. This was so short and sweet. She wins the edited version today. All right. Talk to me. Tell me what you believe.
I believe our thoughts create our reality.
It's amazing. Now sell me. Who am I? What's my scenario?
So Rook, have you ever thought to pick up the phone and call someone and they said, I was just thinking about you?
Yes.
Have you played the parking space game?
Say what?
The parking space game. Do you always get the premium parking space in the front?
No, I don't know what the parking space scheme is.
Oh,
Because I always do
well,
get the premium.
it's where you decide that you're going to get the first parking space so you don't have to park at the very end of the lot when it's Black Friday and you're shopping.
Gotcha.
So it's the same thing. When you decide to pick up the phone and call that person, that's your thinking creates your results.
Yeah.
And we can do that in the rest of our life.
You lost me though. Darn it.
Darn it.
Yeah, yeah.
Darn it.
Yeah.
You're going to help.
Oh, come on. But you're getting Duranda. You liking that, right? Okay. All right. All right.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you already know that the voice in your head and your thoughts help create your reality, now you're going to think about that all day long.
Yeah, no, and I'm on your page. It's just
I know you are.
Yeah, I've never done the parking space. So the challenge. Okay, so when we're trying to find when we're speaking about situations that we're trying to play out,
Yep.
you got to make sure it relates, because here's okay. This is why a lot of sales, and I know that y'all have some sales questions, so I'm going to move on to that, right? But I'm going to start with this. When we ask questions like that could be open-ended. One of the things that we're doing is we're opening up the possibility for ridiculous squirrels of a distraction, right?
Got it.
So when you said that, I would here, and this wasn't your intention, but this was the result. I said that, and I'm listening to you, and I thought of when was the last time that happened. Right? Because me and my wife are just so like connected like that. So I'm thinking of that. Now I'm thinking of my wife. I'm like, oh, and I love my wife and she's awesome. And then you're talking, right? So I'm over here in La La Land.
Got it.
And then you said the parking thing. Well, first of all, I generally don't drive. Generally. Like most of the times I'm not the one that drives. So I'm saying like, no, I don't know if I've never done that. Right? So now you got to know out of me. So I appreciate the analogy, but what I would love is something that's a little bit more universal. That and you gotta be careful with that. I just gotta leave it like that. You gotta be careful with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't really ask a lot of questions. I ask questions that I want to know information from, so I get to know them, versus scenarios that can lead somewhere that I don't want to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we had some sales questions. Chris, you were hitting it. What you got?
So
With my proper
today,
English.
so today I'm doing follow-up from some potential clients who asked me to get back to them at the beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
And
October.
Yeah, it's October. Some of them have been kind of stringing me along for 4 or 5 months now, and I kind of want to get a solid answer from them one way or another.
Wasn't it Liz that had great advice for that yesterday?
That's why I told you. I said I was going to take your advice from when you told Laura yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on the air or not, but yesterday we had I'm going to tell my advice, and Liz is going to tell her advice, because I dig Liz's advice, right?
Yeah.
My advice is I write, don't want to read into your silence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you still interested in this? If not, all good. Just don't want to keep bugging it, and you let it go. And then all of a sudden they're feeling, well, wait a minute, I got to respond to something, and I am kind of interested. I'm interested. Not do you want to buy it or anything like that. All right.
Yeah.
That's how you kind of release them.
Okay.
Liz, what do you say?
I never want to, I tweaked it a little bit because I think I read mine. I never really want to assume, because we all know what that means. And I wish I had, or if I had the superpower to read your mind, that would be kind of cool, but I don't. So I need your help. I'm trying, what are the next steps? Obviously mine's in coaching that you haven't heard from you, that you would like me to take. It's something like that.
Yeah.
But I usually throw in the superpower just to be cute. Yeah. Like, wish I could read your mind and that would be a cool superpower, but
awesome.
I can't.
It's
I
a
don't.
great,
Yeah.
it's a great joke, right? And I like that because that's going to prompt a little bit of humor, and it makes them feel like they can answer you back. That's awesome.
And I actually had another question that
Oh.
came up while you were talking.
Okay.
So, I don't usually do any kind of sales on LinkedIn, but I was considering I do a lot of like videos and stuff where I do like tips and things. And I'm thinking about making a video about the collaborative book we're doing, because I've had people asking, why would we do a collaborative book, etc. But I don't know if that's going to kind of break my brand of not advertising on.
I am so confused by your question. So
Well, it wouldn't be me if you weren't.
hold on. So you're afraid to promote?
Yeah, because I try.
You
I
have
do,
to promote. You just don't promote all the time.
Yeah, I don't promote hardly. I
Yeah,
promote
you have
other
to promote.
people.
You have to promote.
Okay.
And then in between the promotions, you're not promoting. You have to promote. You have to give a serious context of what you do, and it should be a featured post. If you don't promote it, you can't make it your featured post. So you have to do that. Now, you said you don't do sales on LinkedIn. I don't know what that means either, because you got sales from LinkedIn.
Oh,
So
I don't
what do you mean?
intentionally like do a lot of marketing on LinkedIn. I shouldn't say I don't do sales
Okay,
on
well, then
LinkedIn.
we're going to have a side conversation, because this is going to change your life.
Okay.
Okay. Now, by the way, I did want to say this, though. When you're talking about doing sales on LinkedIn, I do a lot of follow-up on LinkedIn. You know, even talking about deals and all that kind of stuff, because of two reasons. This is a secret little, this is like.
Pro tip.
You need to do your follow-up on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why. Because when you're going back and forth, what happens is the algorithm starts feeding your content to them. So you are now ridiculously top of mind. Now, you don't have to try to close them, which I have done, but you don't have to close them, and you certainly don't have to like go after them. I'm just saying light, easy stuff, like excited to work with you. I'm looking forward to this, and let your content do the rest. They know they can buy from you. So you need to, that's the type of follow-up I like to do. That you should be doing on LinkedIn for that specific reason. And you should have your promotional content for you, Chris, because now they know they can also buy.
Yeah, I do a lot of the follow-up you're talking about, but
Okay,
I
good.
don't really put a lot of promotional Actually, if I do promotional content, it's usually for somebody else.
Which is great, right? That's great, but you also have to make sure it's in there so they know how to do business with you.
Okay.
That's important.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. But you asked a question. You talked about ghosts. Happy Halloween, everybody. So you talked about ghosts, but there's also another question that you said. Is how do you follow up? And this is what kind of spurred me that I wanted to say this. When you talk about how to follow up with people that you haven't followed up with them a while, you don't want to say, "Hey, you said October, happy October." You do want to be you do want to be the assumptive attitude of, "Hey, I'm looking at next week. Let's jump on the calendar."
Yeah, that sounds
right. They know they made a commitment to you. You don't need to put it in their face, and let's just have a forward conversation about it.
okay.
Right? Okay. Now, when you say that, you also can talk about, hey, jump on the calendar if you want to, RUKE, I really want to make sure they know what we're doing. So, hey, let's jump on the calendar next Thursday. I have this. And by the way, I have some really cool things to share with you of what we've developed. You're going to really love it. Now, okay, I get to hear something they love too. That's a great follow-up, no matter what time it is.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Because
Thank
and let me tell you the problem with pointing out the time. Hey, you said you're ready for October. What they said is, oh, I told them I wasn't ready until October. Hold on. They accepted that as an excuse. I don't know if I'm ready this week. Yeah, I'm still not ready. You see that? They made a decision without talking to you.
Right.
Right? Because you gave them the excuse. You fed them the excuse for them to tell you no.
Gotcha.
And you don't want to do that.
So be proactive and say, hey, let's just get together on Thursday and
hit them up in October because they said October, but you don't have to bring it up.
Right.
And don't bring it up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Someone else I thought had a question too, though. Who else was it had a sales question? Liz, did you have something you were asking? No? Larissa was. Larissa, you were talking about getting engagement. You're talking about when you put your when you put your real estate on the market. Some people ask you questions, but you're not keeping the engagement going, right?
That's so it's kind of the same as you were just like, are you still interested? Like, without saying, are you still interested, or you know, how
Well,
can
but
I
let
help?
me go into
It's just
yours. Yeah, but let me go. So give me an example of a question in your answer. What's a popular question you get?
so. A question might be, do you have more pictures?
Okay.
Do you
And
have
and what's your
more square
answer?
foot? So I will actually attach the link of the property that would have everything, but I say additional pictures are on the link, attached link, or
Okay,
what
let's
else?
pause. I got you where you are.
I,
Oh, wait, oh, I'm sorry. Is that it? Here's I'm going to tell you what to do. This is for everybody. Okay. So when someone asks you a question, you want to keep the engagement going. All right. There's a
yeah.
couple of things that you want to do. First of all, you want to play the game of question, meaning you want to ask them a question to keep the engagement going. There's two answers. This is for everybody. So let's say someone's browsing your brand. They want to know about something about your product or service. This instance, we got Larissa's a property that Larissa's marketing, representing, but it might just be something about you do or your pricing and whatnot. You can send them a little of the information, right? I personally, by the way, when you're like they're talking about pricing, I was like, let's have a live, and I usually put quotes live conversation, right? Because it depends. Let's have a live conversation about it, because you don't want to just give it out. Not that you don't care if people give numbers, who cares? But you don't want to just leave and let them make the decision on their own. That's the point. So Larissa, for yours answer, direct answer is going to be, yes, I do. Here's a couple, but to be honest with you, the pictures don't do it justice. I'd love to walk you through this. Then you can really see what the property looks like. That's your response.
Love it, and I'm like, okay, I'm not by my.
Well, but you're being
Like,
here's the problem. You're being great service, right? But now you're too much customer service. Yes, there's a couple, but they don't do it justice. I'd love to walk you through. I'm available this evening.
I love that.
That's the question. Okay. Now, no. I just want the pictures. Okay. So you can't, right? You tried, right? And by the way, this is for everybody as well. If you send a proposal, you send more information, right? Whatever that is, send. And then go, I just want to make sure, were you able to receive it? That's the question.
Okay.
That gets it. So yours would be, here they are. Were you able to open it? Well,
Okay.
yes. Got it very well. Thank you. Awesome. By the way, they don't do it justice. Would you like to do a walkthrough? And I'm telling you this is, I want you, the reason I'm saying that, I'm not being repetitive, and you can't say it twice to them, right? Just honestly, you can't. But here's I'm going to tell you another Jedi trick specifically for you. One of the pictures are of the bathroom. The bathroom is like this, and this. You have to see it in person. Those pictures don't do it justice. Pick up, silly me. Let me put my sales hat on. It's the kitchen or the master bathroom. Okay. I'm sorry. I did not have my real estate sales hat on. Or the yard, right? That's what you want to talk about, and say, I'd love to walk you through it, right? Even if you already asked them, say, listen, here's the pictures, and looking at them, RUKE, honestly, these pictures, this kitchen is unbelievable. It doesn't do it justice. I'd love to, you do need to see it in person. So, are you available tonight? Whatever. So that's the whole point. And that you can't do. That is 2 requests to show them in person. You can do it that way. Because the first is, the pictures don't do it justice. I'd love to walk you through it. No. Just boom, boom, boom. By the way, I just saw the bathroom picture. You have to see it in person. It's so much more spectacular than that picture. Can we meet? Then you said, yes, here it is, but I'm also here to help you. So you can hit so you can hit them up twice with that tone. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah, I love it.
this is what your job is to today. You're going to go to all these people that you sent the pictures to and just hit them up and go, hey, just want to make sure you got this. And you have to see, I think you really appreciate seeing this because the pictures don't do it justice. Can we meet blank?
Okay.
Okay? Go save those deals. You dig?
Hey, want to make sure you got this. Look at it.
Got it. And I know these
Yeah.
pictures don't do it justice. I'd love to do a walkthrough with you.
Fantastic.
Okay? And then ask them the question, can we do it this evening or tomorrow? And there's your question. Can we do it this evening or tomorrow? You have the setup of, the setup of this is, the pictures don't do it justice. Love to do a walkthrough. Now they're set up, right? They know why they need to do it. That's, and then you're making a request. Can we meet this or this? That's your formal request.
Love it. Love it.
Cool. Now, for everybody else, this technique works with anything that you're sending to people. You always want to confirm. Did you see it? Is this good? One of the things I love doing it in the emails, I go, good? Question mark? It's just the word good. In chat, they need something. Is it good? That just makes them keep engaging you, so you're having a real conversation. Cool?
Love it. Cool.
All right. Got about 2 minutes. Anybody else have any other questions?
Just a quick one.
Yes.
You said earlier, let's do a live talk. Is that what you said?
Let's
live
discuss it live, meaning let's get on Zoom. And you can certainly do it as let's discuss it over Zoom. That's another good way to say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
The real estate agent we're working with in Florida, he did exactly what you're talking about, because we're here in Texas and I can't exactly do a walkthrough. And he's like, "Hey, did you get the pictures?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got the pictures." And he's like, "Okay, I live 25 minutes from that house. Why don't we go right there right now and just do a walkthrough? Because obviously you can't see everything in those pictures."
Yeah.
So.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah. That's what it's about. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can sell with your beliefs. You can make money with your beliefs and beyond. Don't forget, boop, boop, boop. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff for us.
Thanks for playing. Got something to say? Reach out at play@GameChangersTalkShow.com. What you've just heard are the opinions, ramblings, and maybe a dash of wisdom from our hosts and guests. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental and frankly pretty impressive. Always remember, we might be entertaining, but we're not always right. Till next time, game on.